Hello everyone, welcome back to Phoenix Wright. January 8th, 9:46 a.m., District Court, Defendant's Lobby number 1. Good morning, Mr. Wright. Good morning, Maggie. So, what do you think is going to happen today, sir? Yesterday's session didn't go so well, and then ended on a giant mystery. That's true. And we still haven't solved a single part of it yet. Are you okay, Nick? Huh? Oh, yeah, of course. I saw that little flash of doubt in your eyes. No, that wasn't doubt. That was, determination. Oh, no, not determination again. Last time there was, determination. That didn't end so well. But then again, last time there was determination. That was Undertale. Why don't I believe you? It's nearly time, Maggie. You'd better be going to the defendant's seat. Roger, don't let me down, Mr. Wright. I'm counting on you. Hey, pal. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Quit stressing out Maggie. Quit stressing Maggie out. She doesn't need that. How did you know she was stressed? I was watching through the doorway. Oh. Yeah, that's awkward, Gumshoe. Like, that's really awkward. What the hell, man? You look like you lost the case already. Show a bit of competence, will you, pal? Here, maybe this'll help. Huh? Have you taken aromatherapy too? Not in a million years, pal. Don't tell me that you don't remember this thing. Huh? Come to think of it, that doesn't look like one of those aromatherapy bottles. What is this? Oh, yeah, I was about to say, what is this? Am I supposed to remember this from somewhere? This is the small bottle that Oh! Oh, I completely forgot about that. That was the bottle that was different than the other aromatherapy bottles. Okay. Yeah, I really did forget about that. This is the small bottle that turned up in Trespian's kitchen a couple days ago. Wow, look at all these little bottles. Yeah, I remember there's the little chest full of bottles. Okay. Oh. Yeah, wow, I had completely forgotten about that. Oh, they're aromatherapy oils. He's got so many. They're overflowing onto the floor. Hey, wait a minute. There's one bottle that's different from all the others. Well, what do you know? And it doesn't have a label either. And it doesn't smell. We finally got the analysis results back from the lab. So, what is it? Is it the poison? I'm afraid not, pal. It's medication. Medication? Is it the ear medication? Oh, okay. So that's the bottle for the ear medication. Huh. So why was... That's an oddly specific thing, like... I know that, Armstrong, steals things, but for him to steal medication? That's kind of weird. Yeah, for ears. Topical use only, apparently. For ears, you mean... Yeah, it's the medication Glenn Elg was using for his ruptured eardrum. What was Glenn Elg's ear medicine doing in the kitchen? Yeah, that's what I'm asking, like... It doesn't seem like a small piece of jewelry or something that you would think Armstrong would steal. So that's an oddly specific thing for him to have stolen. What about the unidentified fingerprints? Anything on that? Someone screwed up, so they only had time to analyze the contents of the bottle. Another hour and they might have gotten something on the prints, but... Huh... That's going to weaken its impact as a piece of evidence. Okay, pal. This is it. Make sure your defense is impregnable today. Got it? I mean, I'll try, and... I mean, this case is crazy so far. Today's trial. I'm gonna expose that guy for what he's done. Or, my name isn't Phoenix Wright. Alright, January 10 a.m. Courtroom number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ready and waiting as always. Your Honor. Very good. Then we'll get underway at once. Yesterday we heard the testimony of Mr. Victor Kudo. He claims to have witnessed the defendant putting a powder into the victim's coffee. However, the witness's testimony was plagued with a number of problems. The mark on the brim of the cup shows that the victim drank from it with his right hand, but according to the old man's testimony, he picked it up with his left hand. Thank you, Mr. Godot. Furthermore, according to the witness's account, the victim was listening to the radio with an earpiece in his left ear. Yet, the victim's left eardrum was ruptured, which made him effectively deaf in that ear. It's amazing how many contradictions a single case can have, huh, Nick? Ha. Allow me to enlighten you, Your Honor. The world, you see, keeps turning, and we must turn with it. You've lost me already, Mr. Godot. Don't let the mysteries of yesterday's mystify you today. Only losers think like that. You've got to change with the times. That's one of my rules. Are you implying that you've resolved all these contradictions? You know the answers to these riddles. The old guy wasn't just throwing seeds in here. He was throwing us off with the scent. Oh no, Godot knows something, okay. And today, I'll prove it. I wonder what he's got up his sleeves. Very well. Let the first witness take the stand. Oh god. I mean, oh boy. Here we go. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. And you are? Oh, bonjour everyone. I am Jean Armstrong, the owner and head chef of La Tribulations Restaurant Enchanté. Silence in the courtroom. Forgive me for asking, witness, but, are you a woman? Oh la la, monsieur. As you can see, I am la pert and perky gentleman, non? On the day of the incident, you were in Trespion's kitchen. Isn't that right? Was you, monsieur? Everything feels right. Oh! Oh dear. Huh. Wow, he's totally unfazed. Doesn't anything intimidate this guy? Very well, your testimony please, witness. Please tell the court what happened the day at Trespian. Oui, volontaires. Is that... I don't under... Volunteers? I don't know what that means. Yeah, that's... like, I volunteer maybe or something like that? I'm not sure. When it all happened, there was just 2 customers in my restaurant. I remember I was experimenting with some new art decos that day. Like having a large mirror between the tables, for example. Oui, perhaps that is what la old man was looking at. La cup, la earpiece, and la glasses, he would have seen everything in reverse, non? Mirrors? Mirror? Oui. Un grand mirror. La most enormous mirror. I did not know this. This is kind of coming out of nowhere. And suddenly, the mystery disappears. Like I said, the world keeps turning, so roll with it. Huh, that would explain the coffee cup and the earpiece conundrum. The mirror would have made everything appear back to the front. Or back to front. What the heck? It's way too early in the morning for this to be happening to me. I know, like, it's just the first testimony and it's already just changing everything like this. Holy crap. How does that even work? A mirror? Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Like, what am I gonna say to this? Like, holy shit, there was a fucking mirror? Okay, wait, I just pressed the next one. Okay. So, considering there were a mirror, I'm thinking back to Kudo's testimony. Would there be any big contradiction with his testimony? Well, anyway, I'm gonna press through with this. I need to know more about this mirror. And who were the two customers exactly? Mais, of course, la young man who died. And la other, not so young man. So you were referring to yesterday's witness, I presume. What about the other man Maggie says she saw at the table? Something tells me Mr. Armstrong isn't planning to disclose his existence. We need some hard evidence first before we can bring him up, don't we? I guess I'll just have to try to bring a different approach for the time being. I remember I was experimenting with new Art Deco at that day. You were experimenting with Art Deco? How come I never heard about that before today? You are not familiar with the language of interior design, Monsieur. Please stay on topic now. Why didn't you tell us, the court about this before? But I did, just a few moments ago. Excuse me, Mr. Armstrong. This deco you mentioned, are you referring to some sort of, decoction? No, Art Deco. It's a style of design, Your Honor. He's talking about interior design. Walls, ceilings, carpets, that kind of thing. Ah, yes, of course, that deco. I was trying to achieve a more effeminate look for my restaurant. I was planning the most bold remodeling of la decora. Like having a large mirror between tables, for example. Why would that be a good idea? I just want to know what brought up the idea of having a large mirror between the tables. How big of a mirror are we talking about here? Both, something about 4 meters wide and, about 2 meters high. Jeez. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's a big mirror. Is this how he got such a large debt? Other than owning a restaurant that's complete garbage. But yeah, just... Is that how he got such a large debt? Just doing stupid shit like this? I guess. Yeah, let's see. If 1 meter is about 1 yard, holy glass in a frame, that's huge. I was intending to install it on the ceiling eventually. The ceiling? Was there a mirror on the ceiling? I don't remember. I don't know, I didn't get to look at the ceiling. Wait, maybe I did, I just not thinking about it. I don't remember. Crap. Now I gotta think about that. Hopefully I'll remember if there was a mirror on the ceiling. I don't know how important that is. Whatever. Mine's none, but I decided not to go with it in the end. Yeah, okay, that answered my question. I don't think it did happen. What should I do? Should I ask him more about the mirror or not? See, I don't know about this. The mirror is kind of important. I do want to cover our contradictions on the mirror. Or see if I can find a contradiction around the mirror, pretty much. While I'm thinking about... I'm thinking that maybe I should. It's kind of important. I'll go for it. If you really had such a large mirror in the restaurant, someone would have noticed it. But there's nothing about a mirror in Mr. Kudo or Maggie Bird's testimony. But... You didn't ask, right? You will have only yourself to blame for such sloppy work. What? A mirror was delivered to Trespien the day before the incident. Really? As Mr. Armstrong testified, he was carrying out some design changes, and as it turned out, he didn't actually use the mirror in the end. This just doesn't add up. Even if a mirror was delivered to Trespien, it doesn't prove that it was in the restaurant on the day of the crime. If you want to doubt someone, Trite, look in the mirror. I'm sure the person looking back at you will be dubious enough. So the witness yesterday had seen the victim reflected in the mirror. Hmm. Okay. That's what I'm trying to think about right now. Kudo, like, from the way he was seeing, Glen Oak, would have been right? I don't think so. Okay, so he said that the eyepiece and the ear thing were on the same part of the face. Hmm. But God, this is I'm trying to think in terms of mirror, like what it would be in the mirror anyway. Well, perhaps that is what the old man was looking at. Normally, I'd expect people to know the difference between a reflection and a real object. Normally? How does normality come into this? That's lame, Trite. Even for you. Huh? Are you trying to say that if something isn't normal, it isn't possible? Is that it? Where does that leave the pork-you-headed lawyer and the top-knot chick over there? And the ungodly cool guy with the mask over here? Well, Trite? Well, that's certainly a way to self-describe. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I can get with that. Ungodly cool guy with the mask over here. Not the hair. I do not have a top knot. Well, you kinda do, actually. Mr. Godot is correct. A lack of normality is no basis for discounting an argument. Beyond logic is la one la day. Well, that was I was expecting when I pressed on that statement, but that turned out beautifully. I'm very happy. Look up your piece and like glasses. I've seen everything in reverse, none. So that would mean that Glenelg could have been wearing the stuff on his other ear then, or the other side of his face, because they're both on the same side. Well, first I'm gonna press on this. Everything? He would have seen everything in reverse? Hey, Nick, we should take a second think about what the old CD said in his testimony. How did he phrase it again? The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. Yeah, that's exactly what I've been thinking about this entire time. So that... No question, you can log me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without a doubt. And then he picked up the same hand, or then he used the same hand to pick up the cup of coffee. His left hand. If he saw everything he described reflected in a mirror, then everything he said he saw on the left was actually on the right, huh? And that clears up all the problems with his testimony, I guess. Or does it? Ha. It's kind of hard to believe everything's the fault of a mirror, but... Do you think old CD saw everything through a reflection? If he did, it would explain all the contradictions in his testimony. But that just makes the situation worse for Maggie. There's gotta be something in that old man's testimony. We've gotta dig deeper. Go back to the mirror. Or was it? Would have seen everything in reverse. So then... Where is he? He would have had everything on reverse. Left eardrum was... So then that would have all been on the right, but then... Because they were on the same side. Then that... But he had his HDMD on the left eye. So it couldn't have been the reverse then, could it? Now I'm confusing myself. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it couldn't. Okay. I'm thinking maybe I've made some leeway here. The coffee cup, the earpiece, and the HMD? Let's think back over Mr. Kudo's testimony for a second, shall we? The boy was wearing an earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. No question, you lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without a doubt. Because, yeah, okay. So, to summarize, we were both told both the HMD and the earpiece were on the victim's left side. Now, Mr. Kudo saw all that as a reflection in a mirror. It means both the HMD and the earpiece were actually on the victim's right side. Exactamente. You see, Monjuro, now that you think about it, it is not so hard, non? Unfortunately, that's where we run into a monumental contradiction with the facts.